Hi, my name is Michael Semler and I'm the principal at Briscoe Junior High School. And we wanted to make a video to help explain our spring exemption policy for the spring of 2016. First of all, as we kind of go through here, who are the exemptions for? Well, they're for our 7th and 8th grade students. The what is, students get to skip their exam and we give them a reward instead of taking the exam. When? Well, our final exam week will be May 30th through June 2nd of 2016. Where will this be held? Everything happens on the campus, and we even host our students in the gym because we want our students to be at school. And why? Ultimately, for providing a reward for all the hard work that our students give on a daily basis, showing up to school, doing the right things, having good grades, paying their fines off, all those things. We want to thank you for all that. And finally, it's an incentive for our students to work hard all the way through the second semester. Now there's 4 areas on the exemption that we want to talk about, so you can earn each of these pieces and make sure you've gotten your exemption. The first one is class average. The class average should be 80% or above in the class that they want to exempt, and some of the classes that they can exempt are core classes. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. The average is based on 4th, 5th, and 6th weeks, and the teachers are the ones that actually do the calculations and sign off if the average is 80% or above. Now on the absences, no more than 3 absences during the class period that they have the core class to exempt. For example, if you have a math class and you have 3 absences, you're fine. But if you have 4 and you have a 94 average, you can't exempt that final exam. You'll still need to take it. The attendance office is the one that does the calculations, and they'll sign off on those classes that they want to exempt, and some codes that you may want to know for things, because parents have the question of, well, does this absence count toward the 3? So I put this slide in there, and you can scroll back if you want to watch it over and over to figure out which ones are exempt. In regards to discipline, you cannot have more than 3 office referrals of any kind. So it could be something minor, maybe it's a conference with the assistant principal, but still 3 office referrals is the max. Also, no more than 1 assignment to our in-school suspension, and you cannot have more than 3 days of in-school suspension for the semester. And finally, no assignments to ALC or suspensions during the entire semester. The 4th area of the exemption is the fines. Now, on each junior high campus, the fines might be a little different, and this movie is for all junior high students, but we wanted to tailor make it to what we do at Briscoe. So, first one is no outstanding textbooks or fines, and to figure that out, our assistant principals' offices will be handling that. In regards to an outstanding library book or a fine in the library, you would need to discuss that with Ms. Coleman, our librarian. And food service, no outstanding balances, and our Peggy Villalobos, our cafeteria manager, will be checking that. Some other parent questions you may have is, well, how many classes can my child exempt, or how many classes can I exempt as a student? Our limit will be 2 in 7th and 3 in 8th. So you want to be strategic a little bit as you look at your classes and decide which class I want to exempt, which class I have good attendance in, and kind of work through that as well. You won't be able to exempt everything. Another question is, which of the core classes count? And in 7th grade, you've got English, reading, math, science, and Texas history. In 8th grade, we have ELA instead of English and reading separate. We also can exempt the algebra for those of you that have algebra instead of math, science, and U.S. history. Some other questions you may have is, when will my child get their form? Well, as soon as we get to mid-May, and after all the STAR testing the week of May 8, 9, 10, and 11, we'll start talking again about exemptions, and we'll be handing forms out through the Eagle Excellence classes. And your Eagle Excellence teachers will be discussing this, probably re-showing the video and giving them their forms. The main point I want to point out here, though, is it's the student's responsibility to get signatures for some key items. You may have great grades and done all the things for the exemption, but unless you get the form filled out and turned in, you will not earn the exemption. Some other questions you may have is, what are the students going to do? Should they show up to school? I mean, what goes on? All the students need to show up to school, and we will watch them as administrators in the large gym, give them time with their friends to just talk, listen to music. We'll have a DJ and make it fun. So, I hope you enjoyed the fact that we have this exemption policy. It's a real incentive for our kids to work hard this semester. We want to finish the year great, and we hope that tons and tons of our kids earn these exemptions, and we have a great semester at Briscoe Junior High.